Hello students, in today's lecture we will solve some practice questions based on moving charges and magnetism part 5. Disclaimer: the images used in our slide deck are for educational purposes only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. In today's lecture, we will cover practice questions from 37 to 44. So, concept is moving charges and magnetism. Question 37. Question is: electrons emitted with negligible speed from an electron gun are accelerated through a potential difference V naught. Along x-axis, these electrons emerge from a narrow hole into a uniform magnetic field of strength B, directed along x-axis. Some electrons emerging at slightly divergent angles as shown. These paraxial electrons are refocused on x-axis. So, in this question asks about the at a what distance. Given options: option A is 8 pi square m v naught divided by 3 eb. Option B, under root 8 pi square m v naught divided by eb square. Option C, 2 pi square m v naught divided by eb square. And option D, under root 4 pi square m v naught divided by eb square. So, which option is correct? Option A, option B, option C, or option D? Read question carefully and give the answer. You have a 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will provide the solution of this question. Let's find the solution. So, according to question, an electron gun are accelerated through a potential difference V naught. As shown in this image, here a potential difference is V naught here, and along x-axis, this is the direction along x-axis, and the electrons emerge from narrow hole. Suppose like this. So, and given magnetic field strength is B, directed along x-axis, and some electrons are slightly divergent angles. So we have to find refocused on x-axis at a distance what. So we know the electrons will refocused after distance equal to pitch. Clear? The electrons will be refocused after distance which is equal to pitch. So we know the formula of the pitch. Pitch equal to Vx multiplied by T. So V multiplied by 2 pi m divided by Eb. So here under root 2e V naught divided by m multiply 2 pi m divided by Eb. So here V is this one, and multiply with this term, you will be get under root 8 pi square m V naught divided by Eb square, because this 2 whole square becomes 4, and 4 into 2 8, and pi square, when these terms goes into this square root, pi square m square, and m square and m is cancelled out, so remaining term m V naught and e square, so e square e and e square cancel out, so remaining e, and this is b square. Clear? Where e V naught is equal to half mv square. So the electrons will refocused after a distance which is equal to pitch, and that distance is this. Clear? So electrons are refocused on x distance at the distance this one. So correct answer is B option is correct. Clear? B option is correct. Next question. Question 38. Question is, a conductor lies along z-axis at minus 1.5 less than equal to z less than equal to 1.5. There is the range. This one. This is z-axis. This is z-axis. This is y-axis, and this is x-axis. Here z-axis is minus 1.5 to 1 plus 1.5. This is the range. Clear? And carries a fixed current of 10 ampere in minus A2 direction. See figure. 10 ampere current. So for a field B equal to 3.0 into 10 raised to the power minus 4 multiply by E raised to the power minus 0.2x A by T, find the power required to move the conductor at a constant speed to x equal to this 2.0 meter and y equal to 0 in 5 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 second. Assume parallel motion along x-axis. Parallel motion along x-axis, this one. So given options, option A is 1.57 watt, option B 2.97 watt, option C 14.85 watt, option D 29.7 watt. So which option is correct? Option A, option B, option C, option D. You have a 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will provide the solution of this question. Let's find a solution. So this is z-axis and range is minus 1.5 to 1.5. Clear? And current is 10 ampere in this direction. So when force exerted on a current carrying conductor, suppose this is a current, this one is current carrying conductor, and the force exerting on this current carrying conductor, this one, F external is equal to BIL. F external is equal to BIL is the force exerted on the current carrying conductor. And the formula of average power is work done divided by time taken. So this is the formula for average power, work done divided by time taken. Clear? So we have to find power. So we know the formula of power, P equal to 1 divided by T integration 0 to F external dot dx. So when you solving this equation, this term after integration, you will be get final answer. So P equal to 1 divided by T, 1 divided by T integration 0 to 2 bxil dx. So solving this term, you will be get power. So 1 divided by 5 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 integration 0 to 2. This is the limit 0 to 2. 3 into 10 raised to the power minus 4 exponential raised to the power minus 0.2x multiply by 10 into 3tx. So putting all these terms which is given in this question, put in this formula, you will be get this expression. Clear? And solving this expression, you will be get 9 into 1 minus 0 exponential raised to the power minus 0.4 divided by 0.4. And after solving this expression, you will be get final answer is 2.97 watt. So required power is 2.97 watt. So question asked about the power. So required power is 2.97 watt. So B option is correct. Clear? B option is correct. Next question. Question 39. Question is, a long straight wire carries a current I. A particle of charge plus Q and mass M is projected with a speed V from distance x naught as shown here. Here this is a long straight wire carries current I and a particle of charge Q of mass M is projected with a speed V. Clear? from distance x naught. This is the distance here. This one. Clear? The minimum separation between the wire and the particle is what? So question asks about the minimum separation between the wire and particle. So which option is correct? Option A, option B, option C, or option D? You have a 10 second to solve this question. After 10 second, we will provide the solution of this question. Let's find a solution. So question asks about the minimum separation between the wire and particle is what? So we know a formula. F is equal to this. F is equal to Q I cap Vx plus J cap Vy into B. Means Q equal to F equal to Q V cross B. So this is the force formula. Putting all given terms, so you will be get F is equal to J cap Q Vx mu naught I 2 pi x minus I cap Q V y mu naught I divided by 2 pi x. And solving this term, you will be get Ax is equal to Fx divided by m. So this is the acceleration in x direction, which is equal to minus mu naught I Q Vy divided by 2 pi xm, and also Ax is equal to dvx divided by dt, which is equal to dvx dt dx multiply dx upon dt. So this this term written in different form here. Clear? Dvx divided by dx upon dt. So this term is this. Clear? So solving this, you will be at vx divided by dx. Since v square x plus v square y is equal to v square, so differentiate 2vx dx plus 2vy dvy is equal to 0. So vx dvx is equal to minus vy dvy is equal with negative sign. Hence vx dvx divided by dx is equal to minus vy dy divided by dx is equal to minus mu naught I Q Vy divided by 2 pi xm. So solving this term, you will be get this dx divided by x is equal to dvy 2 pi m divided by mu naught qi. Initially x is equal to x naught and vy is equal to 0. So putting this, you will be get at minimum separation vx is equal to 0 and vy is equal to v. So putting this term in integration term, you will be get range is integration x naught to x dx divided by x is equal to 2 pi m divided by mu naught qi 0 to minus v dvy. So solving this term, you will be get x is equal to this. So this is only a mathematical term. So after solving, you will be get this. Clear? So correct answer is A. A is correct answer. Clear? The option is this one. Minus 2 pi mv divided by mu naught qi. Clear? Qi. Qi. Clear? This is I. This is I. This is Q. And mu naught qi. Mu naught qi. Mu naught. This is here a term mu naught qi. Clear? 2x mv. So this is the correct option. Next question. Question 40. Question is, a current carrying circular loop of radius r is placed in xy plane with center at the origin. Half of the loop with x is greater than 0 is now bent so that it now lies in yz plane. Given options, option is the magnitude of magnetic moment now diminishes. Option B, the magnitude moment does not change. Option C, the magnitude of B is lies between 0 0 z greater than r increases. And option D, the magnitude of B at 0 0 z greater than r is unchanged. So which option is correct? Option A, option B, option C, or option D? You have a 10 second to solve this question. After 10 second, we will provide the solution of this question. Let's find the solution. So half of loop with x is greater than 0, x is greater than 0 is now bent so that it now lies in yz plane. The solution is, for a circular loop, suppose this is a circular loop of radius r, current carrying I in xy plane, suppose this is x and this is y, in xy plane, the magnetic moment m equal to I into pi r square. Clear? This is the magnetic moment is m equal to I cross m pi r square. It acts perpendicular to the loop along z direction. When half of the current loop is bent in yz plane, then magnetic moment due to half current loop in xy plane m1 equal to I pi r square divided by 2 acting along z direction. Magnetic moment due to half current loop in yz plane is equal to m2 is equal to I pi r square divided by 2 along x direction. So effective magnetic moment due to entire bent current loop m prime is equal to under root m1 square plus m2 square. So putting all given terms, you will be get under root I pi r square divided by 2 whole square plus I pi r square divided by 2 whole square. So after calculating, you will be get m prime is equal to I pi r square divided by 2 root 2 less than m. These magnetic moment dimensions, the magnetic of B at point on the axis of loop distance z from the center of current loop in xy plane is this: B is equal to mu naught 4 pi 2 pi divided by r square plus z square whole power 3 by 2. The magnitude B at a point distance z from the center is bent current loop whose half of part is xy plane and half of part in yx plane is this. So solving this term, you will be get B equal to mu naught 4 pi divided by r square plus z square whole power 3 by 2 multiplied by root 2 is less than B. Clear? So correct answer is A. The magnitude of magnetic moment now dimensions. Clear? So this option is correct. Next question. Question 41. Question is, a 100-ton rectangular coil ABCD in XY plane is hung from one arm of balance as shown in figure. A mass 500 gram is added to the other arm here. The weight of the coil to the balance weight of the coil. A current of 4.9 ampere passes through the coil and constant magnetic field of 0.2 Tesla acting inward in XZ plane is switched on such that only arm CD of length 1 centimeter lies in the field. How much additional mass M must be added to the regain the balance? Given options: option A is 2 gram, option B 1 gram, option C 0.75 gram, and option D 1.5 gram. So which option is correct? Option A, option B, option C, or option D? You have a 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will provide the solution of this question. Let's find the solution. So this is a 100-ton rectangular coil ABCD, this one, in XY plane. We have to find how much additional mass M must be added to regain the balance. So let the mass of coil is equal to M. Mass added other arm is equal to 500 gram in kg. It becomes 500 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 kg. And mass of coil is equal to mass in other arm for balancing. And M equal to 500 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 kg of is equal to 0.5 kg. This is in gram and this is in kg. Clear? So when current is switched on, current I equal to 4.9 ampere. Magnetic field B is equal to 0.2 Tesla in XZ plane. and length of arm CD is 1 centimeter and mass added to the balance is m. Let F be the force due to magnetic field. The direction of magnetic field is inward in xz plane. The length vector is left. So by using the Fleming's left hand rule, the direction of force is downwards in plane of paper. That's why F is equal to I L cross B. After putting all given terms in this formula, you will be get 4.9 into 0.01 in cross 0.2 sine 90 degree. So F is equal to 4.9 0.01 into 0.2. Let this is equation first. And for balancing, mass of coil into G plus force due to magnetic field. So given all terms, you will put here, you will be get 500 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 G plus M cross G. So putting all given terms, you will be get 0.5 into 9.8 plus 4.9 into 0.01 into 0.2, which is equal to 500 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 into 9.8 plus m multiply by 9.8. So solving this term, you will be this expression. So from this expression comes from equation first. So m is equal to 0.01 kg, which is equal to 1 gram. Thus 1 gram of mass must be added to regain the valence. Clear? So 1 gram is the correct answer. So B option is correct. Clear? Next question. Question 42. Question is, a charge q is uniformly distributed over the surface of non-conducting disk of radius r. The disk rotates about an axis perpendicular to its plane and passing through its center with angular velocity omega. As a result of this rotation, a magnetic field of induction B is obtained at the center of disk. If we keep both the amount of the charge placed on the disk and its angular velocity to be constant and vary the radius of the disk, then the variation of the magnetic induction at the center of the disk will be represented by which figure? Given option A, option B, option C, or option D. So which one is correct? You have a 10 second to solve this question. After 10 second, we will provide the solution of this question. Let's find a solution. So we know the formula dV equal to mu naught dq divided by 2r omega divided by 4 2 pi. So this is dV. For calculating B, integrate this dV. dV integrate is equal to putting all dV terms in here. You will be get mu naught omega divided by 4 pi multiply by q pi r square multiply 2 pi integration 0 to r. So d theta divided by r square plus z square whole power 3 by 2. So after calculating this integrated terms, you will be get B equal to mu naught omega q divided by 2 pi r square multiply by r. So B equal to this. It means B is inversely proportional to r. This term B is inversely proportional to r. So correct answer is B is inversely proportional to r. This A option is correct. Clear? A option is correct. Here this is not inversely. Here this is not inversely. This is straight line. This is not inversely. So this is one is inversely. So A option is correct. Clear? Next question. Question 43. Question is, a beam of consisting of four types of ions A, B, C, D enters a region that contains a uniform magnetic field as shown in figure. The field is perpendicular to plane of the paper, but its precise direction is not given. All ions in the beam travel with same speed. Here. The table between givens of masses and charges of ions. The masses A. Ion A, mass is 2m, ion B 4m, ion C, mass is 2m, and D, and the charges plus E minus E minus E plus E. So the ions fall at different positions 1, 2, 3, and 4 as column. Correctly match the ions with the respectively falling positions here, column first and column 2. You have a 10 second to solve this question. After 10 second, we will provide the solution of this question. Let's find the solution. So we know the formula R equal to mv divided by qv. This. So here R is equal to mv divided by qv. So masses is 2m for ion A. When you putting all the masses in this formula here for ion A, ion B, ion C and ion D, you will be get Rb is greater than Ra. Means Rb is greater than Ra. It means mass of Rb is more as compare of mass of A. So Rb is greater than Ra and Ra is equal to Rc in opposite sense and Rd is smallest when you putting all masses in this formula. So correct option is C. So A matches with 4, B matches with first and C matches with second and D matches with 3. Clear? So correct answer is C option is correct. C option is correct. This one. Next question. Question 44. Question is two long parallel wires at a distance 2D apart. They carry steady equal current flowing out of the plane of paper as shown. The variation of the magnetic field along line x prime is given by what? Option A, option B, option C or option D. You have a 10 second to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will provide the solution of this question. Let's find a solution. So, the magnetic field in between because of each will in opposite direction. B in between is equal to mu naught I divided by 2 pi x j cap minus mu naught I divided by 2 pi 2d minus x j cap. Here for this one, for these graphics. Here these graphs. So V equal to mu naught I divided by 2 pi 1 by x minus 1 upon 2d minus x j cap. So x at x equal to d, b in between equal to 0. And for x is less than d, b in between is equal to j cap. And for x is greater than d, b in between is equal to minus j cap. Towards x, net magnetic field will add up and direction will be minus j. And towards x prime, net magnetic field will add up and direction will be j. So correct answer is A. A is correct. Clear? A is correct. Thank you.